Hello, Laverne here, and thank you for joining me. May this video be a blessing to you, and may it honor and glorify God in His kingdom. This video is one of two videos that I'm making in response to the user TheSuperFly returns. Now in my next video, I'm actually going to be looking at the arguments and the counter arguments around the original video of his titled Jafta. I'm going to be looking at his counter argument regarding adultery and what the definition was in biblical times. I'll be looking at the historical accuracy of the Bible. So those are things for the next video. But in this one, I'm going to address some concerns I have about the user Superfly himself. I'm going to address an action that he took where he asked his, or I should say encouraged, his viewers to attack my video, and in essence attack me and my channel. In a little bit I'll show a clip of his at the end of a video titled Liar Liar. Now in that video of his, he directs it to me, and supposedly he explains his reasons for blocking me. And he gives, I don't know, about a dozen or so, including things such as the fact that I cited Wikipedia as one of my sources. To him, this is a reason to block someone. Now, I'm going to, before I show the clip of his video, the end of it, where he actually does encourage people to attack me. And I want to make it clear that he tries to do it in a sneaky way. He begins to say, I don't normally ask people to go ballistic and to do bad things, but in this case I think, and then he cuts himself off and says, no, that would be wrong, let's not go that route, something along that lines. But he makes it clear that he does want his viewers to go ballistic on me. And some of them did. Not to a huge degree, nothing major. For the most part, giving my video a thumbs down. I know many of them did it without ever even having watched my video. So I'm going to be addressing this issue of one YouTuber asking others to attack another YouTuber, in this case a Christian YouTuber, because he doesn't like the arguments given. And that really is what it amounts to. The Superfly gives a bunch of red herrings as his reasons for blocking me, but the truth is, he simply doesn't like to debate someone who is able to call into question his reasoning and his intellect. Now, I'm going to look at a comment of his that he made regarding me. So I'm going to now go to his video titled Liar Liar and look at one of the comments there. Alright then, this is the video titled Liar Liar by TheSuperFly, and I just want to draw your attention to a couple of comments. One is by the user Trickless Magic, who asks him a question. They ask, those are your reasons for blocking someone? And the Superfly's response was, you should go read the comments he has left to people such as, I hope I am not typing too fast for you. And this was referring to someone else. Another quote, so it appears Superfly might be teachable after all. He goes on to say that these are demeaning comments. And he says, now I can be an asshole, but I am not that bad. Well, I'd like you to keep that in mind later on in this video when you watch a couple of clips that I play of the Superfly. But before I do that, I'd like to look at a couple more comments, this time of myself. I guess I'm kind of throwing fuel on the fire here. Maybe suicide on my part. But I want to show that, yes, I do leave those kind of comments from time to time. Here, someone responded on my video, did you really watch the whole thing? I couldn't make it through his second rabbit trail. I'll second your nomination. I can't wait for Coffee with Claire this Sunday. And they were responding to someone else, and then I responded to their comment. I'm sorry to hear about your attention span. When exactly did you lose it? And then just one more comment. This was left by a person named Skunkman44. He simply wrote, painted eggs proves the Easter Bunny is real. I responded back, can you say skunk man loves the straw man? So yes, I can leave biting, sarcastic remarks at times when I feel it's deserving. But now, let's look at some things that the Superfly has said in the past. But before I do that, I'm going to explain what you're going to be watching. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to be playing 3 videos, and I'm just going to let them play out. I'm not going to sign off after those videos or comment after them. I'm going to let you watch them and come to your own conclusions. But I do need to set them up. The first will be the video or a clip from the end of his video titled Liar Liar, in which he entices people to attack my channel. Then I'm going to play a clip from an old video of his when he used to go by the name ItsTheSuperFly. It's a video that someone else mirrored, for he used to have this channel. He closed it down, left YouTube for a while, and now has come back under the name The Superfly Returns. The clip I'm showing you is from a video that was mirrored by someone who is one of his supporters. They have actually mirrored a number of his videos, trying to keep Superfly and his channel alive while he was gone. It has to do with, or I should say the video has to do with one that Superfly made attacking Jezuzfreek. And it was all around an answer that Jezuzfreek gave to a hypothetical theological question around the story of Abraham and Isaac. Well, Superfly didn't like his answer, for he responded that he hoped that he would have the faith and that he'd be able to do the same thing that Abraham did. You'll watch the part of the video of his response, of Superfly's response to that. And then after that, there's a very short clip from someone who was responding to an action that he actually did take, where the Superfly called children's services on Jezuzfreek. All right, having explained that, I'll close by saying I always look forward to comments and messages, even from those people who are supporters of Superfly and who don't care for me. And I hope you are blessed, everyone, my brothers and sisters in Christ and non-believers alike. So till next time, may you and yours be abundantly blessed.
Trust in JC, you are now blocked permanently from my channel. Again, the link to the video that he wanted to link to mine is in the video description box. I usually don't tell people to go ballistic and nasty and stuff like this, but I think, no, don't do it. Let's rise above that and just fuck them.
Well, hello everybody. I hope you're having a good day today. With the exception of Jezuzfreek. We'll get there. I'm going to try to keep my composure and try to really keep my cool in this video, because I could probably lose my cool really easy over this. But I really think it's warranted in this case. Again, we'll get there in a minute. I'd like to ask somebody to send this video to Jezuzfreek so we can make sure that it is out there, so we can hear exactly what I have to say. But before I go down that road, a few housekeeping things. One, as a lot of you already know, I am on Twitter, so if you feel like following me on Twitter, please feel free to do so. I'm also now blogging. The links to my Twitter and to my blog account are in the video description box. I really do believe that I have something to offer to atheists as a whole. The vomit rising through my esophagus, up to my throat, touching the little dangly thing, yes, I know what it's called, just ready to project out of my mouth when I heard those words. Not the most vile thing that I've heard Jezuzfreek say. We'll get there in a moment, but certainly disgusting. It's amazing the bigotry and the ignorance and the filth that a person thinks they can get away with by name-dropping a god. I have a suggestion, of course, for the homosexual community, that I think you should beef up your gay pride days. Beef up the parades. Have more of them. Preferably in front of Jezuzfreek's house. Wearing latex, rubber, leather, assless chaps, whips, chains, boas, dye your hair, wear big glasses, and have big floats saying, "I'm a flaming fag and I'm fucking proud of it." Go right ahead, because I'll be right on the float there cheering you on. I completely and utterly support 100% the rights of homosexuals. I support the rights of homosexuals to get married. Although I don't know why you'd want to waste your time getting married, but that's my personal opinion about marriage. That aside, I am a huge supporter of gay rights. And if you don't fucking like it, I don't fucking care. I will not debate on this because there is no debate to be had. If you are opposed to gay rights and gay marriage, then go back to the Bronze Age where you belong. But this is not the most appalling thing that Jezuzfreek has said. This is.
Happen. What if God spoke to you and asked you to do what he asked Abraham to do to Isaac? Would you do it? Would you do it? I just would like to say that I would hope my faith would be so profound. You do put a note on here. No, you know that he is truly God. You know he's not a demon. You know you haven't gone crazy. You know the end result might not be as it was with Abraham and Isaac. I hope that I would have the faith to be obedient to God no matter what.
Justifying, killing your own child. How can somebody in the right mind even think that can be justified? I'm a father, and it's enough. I could cry. I really could. It's sick. Of course, being a former Christian, I'm quite aware of the whole idea of the sacrifice of Jesus, the Lamb of God, who takes away the sins of the world, the pure and perfect sacrifice that would require no more sacrifices, the perfect out for that fucking question. And he turns around and says, if God says so, I hope I would have enough faith to do what he told me to do, to kill his own child. I've heard people say, oh, it's just academic. Academic my fucking ass. It's horrific. This is an evil, filthy, disgusting, monstrous, troglodyte, subhuman creature. This thing called Jezuzfreek is inhuman. Jezuzfreek, if you're watching this, let me make this very clear. It is no wonder your wife left you. It's a damn good thing she left you. Probably the smartest thing she did in her fucking life. Probably the worst choice she made was marrying you and having a child with you. You son of a dirty, filthy bitch. You are the epitome of the filth that your religion brings. You are rotten and filthy to the core. You're barbaric, monstrous, backwards, Bronze Age, misogynistic, murderous son of a bitch that you worship. And you justify killing your kid to this bastard. If this God existed and this God said, Todd, kill your child on my behalf, I would tell him to fuck off. That to request such a thing, he can quite literally go to hell. Such a monstrous son of a bitch is unworthy of worship. But then again, here's your standards.
Another person, if you have a good sense of morals, is religion truly required for reasons other than faith? Absolutely, because I believe Christianity shows us what true morality should look like. Because our morality is compared to God, in essence. So if you have your own sense of morality, if it is not congruent with God's sense of morality, then we're in error.
Christian morality. So that's Christian morality. Deny homosexuals equitable and fair treatment. Justify slavery. Justify murdering your child. These are good Christian values according to Jezuzfreek. If anyone knows Jezuzfreek personally, I implore you, I beg you, please call Child Protection Services. Show them this video, and the video where Jezuzfreek justified killing his child, he deleted that video. I happen to have a full copy of it. I grabbed it before he deleted it because I knew he would. Jezuzfreek, you are rotten and evil to the core. You have no moral compass, you have no morals, and you are unfit and undeserving to have the title of father. You are a disgrace, an absolute and utter filthy troglodyte.
What I mean, and I intend by no means to mislead anyone. To the charges of germicleanery and false rapes, there are actually two layers to this. First of all, when I said calcium, yes, I meant it. I wasn't joking. And when I received this docs, I did call. I wasn't joking about this. I damn well meant it.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You called Child Protective Services on Jezuzfreek over some kind of hypothetical theological dispute. What is wrong with you? How many Christian parents are there in the United States? 20 million? 50 million? And how many sacrifice their children on the tops of mountains? 10? 5? 0? Dude, you have less brain cells than you have hair.